Now, welcome to another Meme Monday.
Meme Monday.
Which means I'll once again be reacting to memes sent in to the email address in the description below or posted in the Discord server. And do we have a theme this week?
Well, you said it was open for simp memes, but
I did not say that.
We didn't really get a bunch of simp
That's
memes.
because nobody believes that, so of course no one would send in. All right, let's begin. The Jedi trying to solve the Sith plot. The fans watching the Clone Wars. Yeah, like we put it. I mean, even without knowing the plot, we would have been able to piece it together. We're more into it than the Jedi even are, I think.
They aren't even talking to each other about it.
No, they're like, yeah, let's. What does this do? Did Dooku say something about a Sith Lord in charge of the Senate? I wonder where this fits in.
No idea.
Who could be in charge of the Senate? Maybe the Senate.
Why are there puddles on the floor?
Aren't they like underwater?
Yes.
Oh, is this? Oh,
SpongeBob.
Well, I know it's.
Oh.
I know it's SpongeBob, but I thought they were like in a pocket underwater.
No, because then they wouldn't be able to breathe.
Oh, I suppose. I don't know.
Sea creatures?
Yeah.
A starfish, a sponge.
I've never seen SpongeBob. I know everybody's like, oh, have you never seen it? I just haven't. I know about it. I know the general idea, but I've never seen it.
Maybe later I'll take you jellyfishing.
He
doesn't get that reference.
I feel like Captain America, a man out of time.
Add it to your list, Captain.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a long list, don't I? Disney favorites, so on. Next, Padme planning how to raise the kids in Naboo. Oh, that's such a sad thought, really. Anakin murdering younglings, the Empire, Palpatine cackling, Obi-Wan getting more trauma he won't get therapy for. Yeah, she had such plans, I'm sure. She was picking up baby names. They were going to go back to Naboo, and that's where they were.
Maybe the lake. Well,
the lake country, yeah. Would have been nice. Would have been a heck of a childhood. Instead, Luke grows up on Tatooine.
Anakin would have been a stay-at-home dad while Padme was still doing the Senate.
Luke ends up on Tatooine. Leia ends up getting kidnapped and saved by Obi-Wan. And, all kinds of things. Next. I feel like if the Avengers were real, we'd really, really, really hate them watching Hulk throw your car at the villain and miss. I feel like if the Avengers... I feel like the sad part of The Boys... And no spoilers if you haven't seen it. It's a good show. That's how it'd be. It'd be far more like The Boys than it would be like The Avengers, wouldn't it?
Just saying.
They would be corporatized, marketed, and they would be behind the scenes. They would not be good people. Right. That's the sad part. I mean, some of them would be. But I think a lot of them would really, really take advantage of it. Anyway, next. Liam Neeson, a skilled sword fighter. Sir Christopher Lee, a skilled sword fighter. Ewan and Hayden making lightsaber sounds as they act. Yeah. I like that he's got the fish in his mouth. And they took a picture. They didn't get the fish out of his mouth. They took a picture instead. Unless he just so happened to get it in there right at the right moment.
Well, look at his hand. He looks like he just let it go. It was probably he was probably holding it in one hand and it went plop.
Yeah. Maybe, it might have actually just...
Because I don't think a parent's going to be like, yeah, just stick that
I'm not saying
possibly still alive fish in your mouth.
I'm not saying the parents said it was cool and to do it. I mean, it's probably... I mean, fish are slippery. It might have just... Them. And they do squirm and they do wiggle, so it might have just jumped right into his mouth, quite literally. It might not be his fault at all. I still blame the parents. Next. Youngling memes, Naboo picking out memes, spicy memes. Yeah, this is the most... I'm surprised you let this one sneak in, because it's true.
Why wouldn't I put it in? I am not as biased as this
meme my goodness.
would suggest.
I know you are, because sometimes you'll laugh and I'll glance over and I'll see a meme and then it doesn't appear. In Meme Monday.
Maybe because it can't.
Exactly. You're ignoring the spicy memes.
No, I'm not.
You're letting them drown. And Faramir is down there at the bottom.
My desktop right there. Spicy memes.
Instead of getting burned to death, he drowned. It's even worse. I think burned to death is worse. Let's not discuss that.
That might be your whole Faramir meme for the week.
Better not be. Next. Thor. No Thor Skywalker memes. Next week's Meme Monday. But it's not.
It is not.
It is not.
He
will be back adding greater numbers. I like some of these. There's more of us, Poe. I almost didn't even realize what the background was at first. It took me a second to realize that was Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Next. Obi-Wan to Padme when he's trying to find Anakin. I just want to talk to him. Yeah, he's got his lightsaber in hand. He's all, twitching and like, I just want to talk to him.
Just gonna talk.
Yeah, he's become a very great threat that I have to go and kill because
reasons.
Must be done.
He's failed at that several times.
Yes, he did. Next, you wish now that the memes had been exchanged, that then Thor memes had been sent and Skywalker memes had not. Yes, I wish that. I like that.
It's you. It's your helmet.
Ooh.
Keep going.
The continues. Oh, and a couple of slaughtered youngling memes went either. Oh, sad face Naboo.
Please, Farah Naboo.
Farah Naboo. Oh, I like it. Faraboo. I'm going to call you Faraboo. Yeah. News from Faraboo.
All right, Denna Thor.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, think on that a minute.
Damn it.
Denna Thor.
Damn it. Next. Watching the MCU and DCEU SDCC panels be like, oh no, too much. Oh no, not enough. I like the use of WandaVision here.
It's very clever.
Yeah, I mean, DC is like, yeah, we got like 2 things.
Star Wars, they're like the same people-ish.
Yeah, and they kind of are. They're very
Shazam
like...
and Black Adam are so connected.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed that they're 2 separate.
Well, I'm seeing the crossover next, right?
But
I mean,
Black
they're so
Adam
close.
is a bad guy to Shazam.
Yeah.
He is the villain.
I am aware of this. But he's The Rock now, so he's a good guy. The Rock could make Darth Vader into a good guy. Everybody loves The Rock, right?
I mean, it is true that Black Adam has a very sympathetic backstory, especially the newer versions of him, newer iterations. He has a pretty sympathetic backstory, but he's still a bad guy.
He is. Well, I mean, Anakin has a pretty sympathetic backstory, right?
No. Stupid one.
Next. You want to see how big I can open my mouth? Okay. Oh, nice and simple. Sometimes simple is perfect.
I'm glad you appreciate that.
I did.
Don't forget, I still have a meme somewhere in the mix.
I know. I thought maybe one with you being crying, and I thought maybe this was a guilt trip or something I was enduring. I didn't know. Next. Speed limit enforced by sniper. Noises intensify. I mean, don't mess with Tusken snipers. We've talked about them before. I mean, look at that one on the left there. His rifle is like crooked, and that's probably the one that hit the pod racer going 500 miles per hour. He's so good. They don't even have a spotter or anything. They're just...
No, they're just that good.
Yeah, they're just that good. They have bent rifles, and they can hit targets a mile away going 500 miles per hour. Yeah, with rifles that look like they couldn't shoot 100 yards. Figure that one out. Next, I would not destroy the One Ring, but Elijah would. Very nice. Another simple but perfect. I like it.
Sometimes simple is best.
Sometimes simple, yeah. It's
That seems to be the theme for the week, I guess.
It does. Simple
but
good. I mean, the long ones can be good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they can be.
Don't get me wrong, but sometimes just you get it all in a glance or a couple seconds, and it's just boom. Very nice. Next. Prequel trilogy fans, original trilogy fans, sequel, Clone Wars, Rebels, novels fans, spin-off movies, all thinking Darth Vader is awesome. Does anybody not like Vader?
I don't know. He's my...
I know, he's your hero, literally. He's always staring at me as we do Meme Mondays because you have all of them set up over here, but yeah.
That was my meme.
Oh, this is yours.
Come on.
I should have known.
Literally anyone in the world... Everyone thinks that Vader is awesome.
Indeed. Well done. Next. In his childhood, Anakin justified spinning in a starfighter by saying it's a good trick. However, as an adult, he only spun his starfighter in practical situations, never again using the trick part as justification. This is because, as an adult, he understands that tricks are for kids. And see, sometimes the long ones, and you're like, where is this even going? And it's like, bam, that's where it's going.
Yes, they had to explain everything so you understood the joke.
Yes. But sometimes it's funny. Like, they can go both ways. Next. Andor series introduces new droid named B2 Emo. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I heard the name. That's exactly.
A monster. Yeah. My Chemical Romance shirt.
Oh, that is exactly. Yep. I mean, I like that it's Wally actually, but
it's perfect.
It is very nicely done. Next, Dad, do you mind if I give your toys to your cousin? You are 36 now. I have to go. Yeah, That's an emergency.
That is I'm out of here, guys. You don't even know.
You have no idea what's about to happen, how much good stuff is about to be given away, money lost.
You're like, no, and do not touch those.
Yeah. No, you don't give a man's toys away. Parents. I think a lot of people have that story of comic books in the attic that, a grandparent threw their dad's. I mean, my dad's got that story. I know your dad has that same story too. Next. Stormtroopers don't have crappy aim. The peace-loving Empire always fires non-fatal and warning shots, whereas the warmongering rebels destroyed 2 massive space stations with millions on board. Well, if it wasn't for Alderaan, this one would make,
There were warning shots. The princess didn't comply. Shots? How many chances did they give her?
You have not complied, so we will blow up your planet. It's good. It's good if you overlook Alderaan.
No, they just didn't comply.
Yeah.
Gave her how many chances?
Like 3?
She pretty much blew up the planet.
Wow. Wow.
It's like when a kid puts themselves in timeout, in a sense. You're like, pick up that toy, or you're going in a timeout. No, I don't wanna. Pick it up, put it away, you're getting in timeout. And they sit there and they stomp their feet. No, I'm not doing it. And then you're like, okay, timeout. You're not punishing them as much as they're punishing themselves.
It was their own.
You gave them every chance.
Yeah, but I don't know that's quite the same as a planet blowing up.
I don't know. Vader was just disciplining his daughter.
Jeez. That's a whole new spin on it. All right, next. Watching new Marvel films after Endgame is like playing side quests after finishing the final boss in a game. It changed my mind. It does feel a little like that, doesn't it?
A little bit, but I think that's because they didn't seem to have a strong direction, and now we know that there's a direction, so maybe if that becomes more clear, it'll help.
Yeah, I feel Phase 4 was a bit all over. I mean, I'm sure a lot of what we saw will
that was
have
like
bearing
when
on later stories.
We were running towards Avengers Age of Ultron. There was no, lead into it. It just kind of got all hodgepodgey, and we're like, okay, after the Avengers movie, why were we watching Avengers? We watched, some Tony PTSD.
Yeah.
We watched Thor.
Going to a dark world.
Yeah. There didn't feel like a direction, and that's what...
Yeah.
It's the same scenario. I think it's lead in from Avengers into Age of Ultron. We're like, I don't...
Yeah.
It wasn't until we were like, oh my gosh, there's this huge threat that's been here this whole time, and then we're like, there it is.
Fair enough. Next. Lightsaber, deflect laser bolt, and block projectiles. Mandalorians parry this, you filthy wizard.
He's smart.
They are smart. I mean, you could kind of do a force.
Block the fire.
You can force kind of shield. The Grogu does it. I don't think it's impossible to kind of push the fire back. But those crafty Mandalorians. You don't think they have experience fighting Jedis, huh?
Oh yeah,
fire.
they do. That is their thing.
I got the answer to fighting Jedi. Fire.
Right here.
Yep.
Gotta love whistling birds.
Oh, yeah. Block all of these.
Yeah,
Jedi scum.
Jedi.
Yeah. Next. Oh, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Shorter to be Monday this week.
That's odd. You got a lot of memes this week, I thought. Silence. Guilt.
No, there were a lot of repeats posted on our server for one.
Oh.
Ones that I'm like, hi Kylo.
See, Kylo's disappointed too.
Because he's seen those all before too. He's like, well, we can't do all of the same ones.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for you this time. So take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of this week's memes, or do continue to send them in at the email address in the description below. Or if you're on the Discord server, you're going to keep doing it anyway. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.